You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the October 20th meeting of the Michigan City Police Civil Service Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the October, what is today, the 20th meeting of the Michigan City Police Civil Service Commission. We do have 3 members present, so we have a quorum. Bruce Kraus. Present. Leila Simmons. Present. Scott Mansky. Present. So I make a motion to approve the minutes of our last meeting. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Pass and carried. So before we move on, there's a couple of things that we want to address. This is a little out of order today. We're going to do a presentation of some promotions first. I'd like to comment. I think some other people would like to comment. We lost a part of the law enforcement family recently. That was Officer Toby Babcock with the Long Beach Police Department. And his family's in attendance today, and I want to personally tell you that I'm sorry for your loss. I remember when I worked midnight shift, Mrs. Babcock at 2 o'clock in the morning was nice enough to cook us lunches, and I appreciated it, and I appreciated time with her family, and he'll be sorely missed. Anybody else like to say anything?
Second what you said.
Okay. All right, so with the sadness done, let's get on some happiness. There's some recent administrative changes that I think people are thrilled with. We certainly appreciate the efforts of former Chief Campbell and Assistant Chief Jillian Ashley. It was a pleasure working with them, and we welcome the new administration. We're glad to see that Assistant Chief Corley's still around. I think he did a great job since he's been here. It's nice to see Assistant Chief Cooney back in an administrative role. It'd be a pleasure working with him like it was before. And without any further ado, Chief Forker. I remember as Steve came on, I followed him throughout his career. I know he's going to do fine. He excelled in every position that he's been in. He's a family man first and foremost. He's committed to this community. He's donated countless hours to everything you guys can imagine. And I'm sure he's going to give that same commitment to the citizens of this town. So I'll give the floor to Chief Cooney and his staff, and they'll present some promotions today. Or I'm sorry, Chief Forker, not Chief Cooney.
Like, yeah, I think we'll
Step down.
Again, thank you. We want to thank again the family and friends for coming out this morning. We truly cannot do this job without the support of our family and our friends. There's countless hours, tragic incidents, things that we deal with that no other profession has to deal with. And without the support of our family and friends, it becomes a very difficult job. So again, we thank you guys for everything that I would say that you put up with, because I know this job is difficult, and unfortunately sometimes we bring it home, and unfortunately you guys have to bear that sometimes, and you don't get the thanks that you need. So we truly do thank you for supporting us and our members of our department, because without you, we don't know where we would be. So again, thank you. On to good things. We have a few members missing today, but we will make sure that we recognize them as well. A couple of promotions within the department, 5 promotions within. I'm excited about this. I think all of these promotions, these individuals have been leaders within our department, whether they held rank or whether they did not. They provided some sort of leadership, and will continue to provide that leadership. they're not followers, they're leaders. They act, they do things that need to be done. They can be counted on to get things done, to lead, to guide, to help mold our young department. So we are beyond excited to have them get promoted and step into either more of a leadership role or a leadership role within our department. With that, first I'd like to recognize Assistant Chief Marty Corley has been promoted to the merit rank of Sergeant. So thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Photo op here. Sergeant Lendell Hood. And then also present with us, again, is Matthew Babcock, Corporal Matthew Babcock. Not present with us today, Corporal Aaron Bass and Corporal Dana Henderson. Again, they could not be with us today, but we want to send our thanks and congratulations to them. Just a few thoughts here. This is, I would say, my official first public speaking thing. I'm trying to think about what to think about and what to speak about. And I think it's important to recognize our leaders within our department. Again, not everybody holds rank that are leaders. We have many leaders. I put myself in that category before I got promoted. Leaders within this department that just continue to get the job done, right? We've been counting on them. We've been short-staffed. We've been working overtime. We've been dealing with this and dealing with that. But these men and women continue to come to work every day and put in the hours required, the dedication, the commitment, and that stuff truly does not go unnoticed. Like, we would not be where we're at today without, again, these leaders here and then the leaders within our department. They're what makes this place great. It's continue to grow. This leadership, newly promoted leadership, is just going to continue to help grow and prosper this department in this city. So we need to be proud of that. I've actually never seen this quote before, but I thought it was important. It's something that I read it and I go, this is exactly who we need. Just a quote by John Maxwell. The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. The leader adjusts the sails. So I think that's important in leadership, that we are able to adjust and we're able to adapt, obviously, in this line of work, to every situation that comes our way. And not only adapt to what is dealt to us, but to the people among us. So be able to treat everybody as an individual and relate with them, communicate with them, and help them prosper. Because if they look good, we all look good. The city looks good. So, again, I encourage you to be adaptable. And again, thank you and congratulations. And I'm sure our wonderful commissioners probably have a few kind words for you as well.
I'd just like to congratulate each of the promotees. Like I said, I don't even know if that's a word, but I'll use it. Congratulate Chief Forker or maybe condolences, depending how things go for you in your new position. Chief Corley, you're staying in yours. Good luck to you in this new administration. Chief Cooney, welcome back. Good luck to you in your new position. And the young people who are promoted, and I say young because they all are to me, you've earned it through written exam, oral interview, past performance, and just doing the job. It wasn't given to you, it was earned. So you should be proud of that. I'm sure your family's proud of that. It is bittersweet for one young man, Matthew. I'm sure your dad's looking down. Very proud of you. Just continue to do a good job, and if you do the job that he did in his profession when he was here, you do just fine. I'm sure you will. That's not to slight the others, but recent tragedies have dictated we point that out to Matthew. Your grandparents, your parents, your significant other. Very proud of you. Good luck to you, all of you. Lendl and the others putting in a lot of time and effort, which the young people will see. That's what it takes to do the job. Just half-ass do the job. A little swearing again. But all of you do just fine. Continue to be the fine leaders you are. And this department will continue to grow and probably get better because of your leadership. Once again, congratulations to you, your family, and the city benefits by you young people being promoted. Thank you.
I wanted to congratulate on all the promotions. Y'all truly did earn your promotions, and it's been an honor to even walk these steps with y'all in promoting you. I also want to welcome the new administration team. It's going to be an honor to work with you, and also with growing the department like we have, and to continue to grow it to a stronger department that we work all together to get everything done and to protect the city.
Okay, so we're still under, now we're moving on to old business, and we're gonna get some probationary officer reports from Captain Ranzik.
Good morning, everybody. Let me provide you with the October probationary officer report. So in summary, all of our probationary officers, with the exception of one, are excelling through the FTO program. The one that is currently not excelling will be handled accordingly. Perfect.
We don't have much more to do with the meeting today. If the families can leave if they'd like. We're gonna move on to new business. I don't think there's any correspondences or claims to be paid. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Right now, well, as some of you may or may not know, we have promotional testing this year coming up. We've been working close with the company that's going to be conducting that testing. So that's on board, it's on track. We have promotional tests here coming up in November. So that's all going smooth. Those claims have been, they're pending, but because we haven't put on the test yet, but so they haven't been paid, correct?
They will not be paid until the test is completed, and
Okay.
we are totally invoiced for the whole test.
Okay. So moving on to the next, it'll be we're going to introduce some proposed changes to the commission's rules with regards to hiring. Before we get to that, I want to thank current councilman and former chief Gene Simmons and the council and everybody in the city who was involved in the new contract between the police department and the city. One thing that was added into that was how do I put this? Well, what was added in was our ability to hire lateral transfers from other agencies, and that serves this commission and this city in several ways, and this department. Number one, it's not as costly for the city to hire someone who doesn't need to go to the police academy. It will be an abbreviated procedure to hire a lateral transfer, which means that person is going to be out on the street on their own and considered manpower for the city of Michigan City about a year sooner than it would be if we hired like the last 8 that are standing outside. It takes quite a lot of training and money to outfit those officers and send them to the academy, and so this is a way for us to expedite things and try to get this department up to full complement, and that makes it easier on everyone who works there, believe me. People don't have to work overtime. They're not forced to work other shifts. They're not forced to give up scheduled vacations, and they're working with more manpower. It just makes everything better for this department and this city. So with that said, what I'm going to do is our commission attorney, Chuck Watterson, has drawn up some proposed changes that we submitted to him. I will read those and we will vote on those today. And then we will make an announcement for, I believe, 10 days from now. There will be a public hearing on these proposed changes that has to be done. And at that time, we'll open it up for any discussion that needs to be done on those changes. So, and again, this just pertains to our commission rule number 2, which is with regards to our hiring process. So I'll just read it word for word that he submitted. The commission, and I'm sorry, Chuck couldn't be here today. He had a medical procedure that's been scheduled for a while, and so he apologizes that he can't be here, but we have to do it this way then. So the purpose of this proposed rule is that the commission recognizes the need to expand the pool of eligible candidates for original appointment to include trained individuals who have successfully completed the police academy and have served as sworn officers in other departments. A list of eligible candidates for lateral appointment shall be separate and apart from the list for police officer candidates referenced in Commission Rule Numbers 2 and 3. This commission adopts the lateral incentive program as defined in the 2022 FOP contract with the City of Michigan City. Commission Rule Number 2 still applies, but in addition, to be eligible for the lateral transfer program, applicants must have graduated from an Indiana Law Enforcement Academy or an equivalent out-of-state academy that requires just a waiver course and would have worked as a police officer. Any officer with a separation of employment that exceeds the allowed time in the ILEA waiver process is ineligible. Commission Rule 3 still applies, with the exceptions as outlined below. Commission 3 rule does not apply, and Commission 8 rule does not apply. In addition to sections 9, within 1 year of application, a candidate must not have been involved in any criminal investigation in which the candidate is the target and not have been involved in any internal investigation within their current department, and the candidate must be in good standings with their current or former department. Section 7 shall apply with the exception of the length of the probation period. The lateral transfer shall be on probation for a minimum of 3 months and up to 6 months. The chief of police can recommend that an officer be removed from probationary status prior to the 6-month maximum after proper review of this commission. So, having said that, this commission will vote on these proposed changes now. And then we'll open it up for public discussion in 10 days at a special meeting. Commissioner Kraus, how do you vote? Vote for it. Commissioner Simmons?
Vote for it.
Yes.
And Matsky, yes. And as I said, we'll have a meeting in 10 days after our attorney posts the public notice for this, and then we'll open it up to public discussion. Reports from Chief
Scott?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Current administration have any
Oh, I'm sorry.
problems with this? Have you had a chance to look it over? I know we just probably got it the last couple of days. Any additions, subtractions? There's certain things they have to do. They have to pass them. I think we've agreed the level 3 of the current fitness program, they're going to have to do that because they have to pass some type of physical test, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think having academy certification, they've already passed in the entry and exit standards. And then, yeah, just maintain or at least come in with our physical assessment that we currently do, in agreement with the city. I haven't had a chance to review that, but I don't see anything out of place in my eyes.
Just so you guys know, there'll still be a background investigation, albeit probably a little abbreviated, especially for those that are currently employed. But our goal is to just make sure it's done right, that we hire the right people, but that we hire people that have been properly trained, and then can come here and be, I don't want to say an asset, but considered manpower is a lot faster. Okay. But again, we'll have a special meeting on this and open this up for public discussion. Chief Worker, floor is yours.
Yeah, just a few things. I forgot to recognize the retirement that have made some of these promotions available. Sergeant Darren Kaplan retired, I believe it was back in July. He was doing well down in Tennessee, living life to the fullest down there in his retirement. With that retirement made, again, Sergeant Hood and then Corporal Bass. Sergeant Willie Henderson left our department recently for profession outside of law enforcement, to pursue some another career, which again made that promotion available for Sergeant or Assistant Chief Corley and Corporal Babcock. And then the recent departure of Corporal Scott Combs, who left to pursue a career at the University of Notre Dame Police Department. And that Detective Corporal Henderson was promoted off of that departure. So, again, I want to thank those for when they left. We lost some good police officers there. Again, the retirement of Sergeant Kaplan, probably 30 plus years. I don't have that exact number with me. And then a couple of 10-year veterans that we lost in Sergeant Henderson and Corporal Combs. So, again, we're excited about the new promotions. And just looking forward to, obviously, growing our department, getting up to full manpower. Appreciate, all that you guys have done over the last couple of years. I know we've got some coming in, and, hopefully we can, again, continue to work with the city and the city council and the mayor's office to figure out ways to retain those officers. That's the important thing right now. It's, unfortunately, it's become really a poaching game amongst law enforcement, right? We're all looking for the best cops, and the best cops are looking for the best money, it seems like. So we have to find creative ways to keep our good cops here. So I'm sure we'll continue to work on that. And again, I'm just excited, obviously, in this new position. I have a strong team around me, with Chief Corley and Chief Cooney, who both have, obviously, previous experience in doing what they are, and that's important. I'm a team guy. It's not a one-man band by any means. I'm a coach by trade, so I'm only as good as the people around me. So I'm looking forward to working with them and working with everyone else within our department to grow it, and again come up with those creative ways to retain people here and make this the place that people want to come to work. So again, thank you guys for all your efforts, and I appreciate it.
Chief Corley.
Just wanted to say thank you. After, I don't know even where to start. We have so much going on, so even with the new administration change, things will continue to move forward. I'm excited. Glad to still be in chief operations position. I really enjoy this department. I think I eat, breathe, and sleep this job. Even when I'm on vacation, I'm still doing something. So just look forward. Congratulations on the promotions. I was excited to be promoted myself. And thank you to the commission. The lateral transfer, I think, is going to be tremendous for us. I know we already have interest from officers who want to come and work in this department, come to help us protect and serve this community to the best of our ability. So I'm looking forward to that. I think the changes in your language was important and was a key to us moving forward to getting those officers on our streets to complement our manpower to get us going forward. And we do have a lot of exciting things coming, thanks to the city administration and then our city council also for supporting us with things coming. You've heard it before, but we're getting close to the point where you'll see the flock system out. You'll see us having new in-car cameras and body-worn cameras. We have new vehicles. We actually just took hold of 11 new Dodge Durangos that you'll see in our lot. But with the supply and demand situation right now, we still got a little while for it to get outfitted. But as we grow our department, thanks to the commission, the mayor, and the city council, and this administration up here, I think as we grow the department, you will see that we'll have the adequate tools to go forward. I think it's important for us to understand that when we talk about dollars and to this profession, that now it may seem like things are more, because I think we've moved out of the what I call the not the Billy Club, but the baton era, where you know it's all about, do you have the nice guns and do you have the the nice other things, but technology is important nowadays for us. And so I think that's something to consider as we move forward, is that we have to use our technology. It may seem like we're spending more money, but we're actually making it safer and making giving our officers the tools to better serve this community. And with technology, it makes it a lot easier for us to do that. So again, just thank you to everybody. Congratulations to Chief Forker and Assistant Chief Cooney. The great thing about this team that Chief Forker has told you guys about is that besides this, we've worked close together in other positions. I think that's what I really love about this department, is that, no matter where I go in this department, there's somebody I've worked with or we've all worked with. We've had extensive partnerships or work relationships throughout. Outside of this new administrative team, we all are pretty much lifetime SWAT members on this department. Also working in the Detective Bureau, working on patrol, you name it. We've worked together, we've done it, we've collaborated. It's exciting to have them in the office now and being in the office with them, because they are, they have what Chief Forkers have told you about leaders within our department. Sometimes before we even got our titles and our ranks, we were leading this department. We were doing the things that need to get done in this department. I always tell people that, you take away my title, you'll still get the work. But the title makes it better with the pay too, but but you'll still get the work. So again, I'm excited. I'm just excited after being here for 22 years, to still be here. If you'd have told me 22 years ago when I sat in Chief Simmons' office, being a brand new rookie, if you told me 22 years ago I'd be up in this position, I would probably told you that I would have been looking at you like, yeah, whatever. But it just goes to show that when you put in the work, that the things come for you. And I think what we'll continue to do is put in the work at this department, and good things will come for this community. So thank you.
Good morning. I'm Chief of Services again, Dave Cooney. I appreciate all the kind words for our new positions. As we transition, I want to thank Chief Campbell for the last 3 years coming up that he provided the city. I think he did well in a lot of certain areas, a lot of things that are happening. Like Chief Corley said about things that are coming up are a lot because of what he pushed, as well as Lieutenant Ashley. She has been helping me with the transition as I take over her prior position with the budget and things that I didn't work on the last time I was in the administration. I really appreciate her help with moving forward. I do want to again congratulate the promoted Corporal Bass, Corporal Babcock, Corporal Henderson, Assistant Chief Corley at Sergeant, and Sergeant Hood. Regarding the services, as we again transition, there is a lot going on, and I definitely want to thank all of the men and women of our department for all the hard work they've been doing. The Detective Bureau, again, as Assistant Chief Corley said, Steve, Marty, and I were all in the Detective Bureau 10 plus years ago, and there were anywhere from 10 to 12 detectives at a time working in that division. They're currently working the last several years with anywhere from 5 to 6. They're half that. And then what happens with that, when we don't have the numbers to provide that and beef that up, the patrol division then has to take over investigation as well. So they're taking anything from misdemeanors to low felonies and even as high as level 5 felonies to investigate on their own. And they do a great job with that. Again, young officers being leaders and not rank or assigned as detectives, but they're doing a fantastic job. Prior to this position, I was on shift 3 as a sergeant, and I'll tell you, the men and women of the department, afternoons, midnights, and days, have all been doing exceptionally well with the amount of hours they've had to put in. We are filling overtime shifts left and right because we have to fill, at least so many districts at every shift, and it's been a burden on them. And that brings me back to why the rule change for the contract as well as with the commission with hiring these lateral transfers. And I'll give an example. Officer Moore was hired. He had 4 to 5 years of experience at another department. He came in and was hired in June of a couple years ago. He was on his own on the streets working by September. So within 2.5 months, he was able to work for us, do well. And now with the contract, he is being compensated for his work experience, meaning that he's getting longevity pay, and his vacation time is set up with his years of service, even from another department, which is great. So as we move forward with looking for good qualified applicants from other departments and get us on par with these other departments that are intentionally looking for these experienced officers from us, we have lost a lot to Porter County and Notre Dame and all these other departments. Hopefully we can do the same and start pulling in people who want to be here and improve the city itself. So again, I think all the work that's been done with the police commission to get us on, all the rule changes and everything has been great, and it's good to see. And that's all I have.
I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Captain Banzik has anything to say as professional standards today, but again, like Chief Cooney said, the Bureau has been doing exceptionally well. He is the commander of the Detective Bureau, but Captain Banzik also serves, wears other hats around there. He's here for the Division of Professional Standards today because they couldn't be here. He prepared the reports for them. He is actually in charge of them. And we appreciate his assistance, and I know that the new administration here will probably draw a little bit from him because he served in that role as well in the past and did an exceptional job. He really did. He's always done an exceptional job at everything he's done here, and we appreciate him being here. So as far as commissioners' comments, again, we all mourn the loss of Officer Babcock. I truly appreciate the efforts of all the newly appointed or newly promoted officers within this department and the efforts of everyone on this department. And again, I'm excited to work with this new administration. After we get these proposed rule changes done, I think we're going to have to sit down together and figure out how we're going to go about, because it needs to be a team effort as far as going out and promoting the department and trying to draw applicants here that have some experience. At this point in time, that's where our vision is. We need to get trained officers here as soon as we can and out on the road and working for us. That just serves this department and this city greatly. Either of you want to say anything? I see our council liaison is here, Councilman Simmons, if you'd like to say anything. Again, I appreciate the council's efforts in getting this wording for lateral transfers in, and it's going to help us out. It's going to save the city some money, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, I would like to congratulate our new chief again, and also the new assistants. I know you guys, so I'm excited and looking forward to better things coming out of the department. There's things I'm concerned about, but I wish to address that with the council. You can't be proactive in this career. You have to be, you can't be reactive in this career. You have to be proactive. And I know with staff shortage, you're not being as proactive as you can be. So we need to push for more officers to reinvent traffic and have the ability to put an extra unit in a district if it's so warrant, and everything else that comes with law enforcement when it comes to being proactive. I feel your pain. Working long hours take away from the family, and sometimes the ability for the officer to be as sharp as he should be out there. Having said that, on the lateral transfer, did you address an officer from another department having rank? Do that rank go away and they come in as a patrolman?
So yeah, we did discuss that, and again, we will discuss this more when we open it up to public discussion for the rules change, our last reading on that before the rules amended. But as you know, being the former chief, there are in our contract there are only a certain number of merit ranks available.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we have 5 sergeant ranks available and we have 5 sergeants on the department, we can't bring another sergeant on. So that's the issue.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm just asking, was that addressed?
It was addressed, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a lengthy discussion on it before we put any of this together, and I think we covered just about everything we could think of covering.
Okay.
But again, we're going to have the public comment, and we're hoping that there's some other issues that we didn't think of or brought up. I mean,
Okay.
you don't know everything, you know that.
Yeah, I know. Just making sure we check all the boxes. Having said that, congratulations again. We're all excited. Our objective is to keep the city safe as we possibly can out there, and with as much resources as we can throw at the bad guys.
Agreed.
Okay. Having said that, thank you.
There is one more thing I wanted to say. I don't admire the time of the year that you guys took this over, because with holidays coming up, and our department, this department likes to participate and put on several public events that surround the holidays. You guys are going to be very busy with that. But again, I think that you'll excel at that, and I know Chief Worker will excel at that because he's always been involved with all of that. He's a community man and a family man, and I'm sure you guys will think of some other ways at some point in time to help this community out in ways that don't involve really law enforcement. Ways that just involve being people and treating other people the right way. Our attorney's not here, so any member of the public. I'm sorry.
The mayor has.
Yeah, the mayor. I'm going to get to him in the public comments. They don't have it spelled out in there. I'll get to him. It's your turn, Mayor.
Oh, thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to thank the commission for inviting me to participate in this event today. And I wish the newly promoted officers were here to hear me make these comments. I am honored and humbled to be here today in the presence of former and present law enforcement professionals. You're the finest in the land. Thank you.
Anybody else like to speak? Mrs. Cross? No. Okay, well, with that said, we're going to have our next regular meeting will be Wednesday, November 9th at 11 p.m. and that'll be back at the community room at the Michigan City Police Department. Again, our attorney will be sending out a notice for the special meeting that'll pertain to these proposed rule changes for hiring. Meeting is adjourned.